Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of Loibners lecture. Today we're going to continue the Android part about Parcelable, and I'm also going to introduce the AlertDialog to you. Before we start guys, I want to mention that this video is part of my lecture at the Higher Technical School of Kaindorf in Austria. So let's do not lose any time, just start right away. Last time I was asked to use the dark theme for programming, so I'll try to use it today. Maybe just tell me in comments, what do you like to use? Do you prefer to use the light theme or the dark theme? I would be interested in your opinion. For today, I would like to come up with an very easy example, so we also keep the activities very easy. The main activity that we have here, so the first one, should just be very simple. So we start by converting it to a linear layout here. And let's just close that up here. And the linear layout should have an orientation of vertical. And what we do is we just insert some button, and that button should just say forward. Just there to forward to the next activity, ID, BT, forward. That's it. And we also start by bringing it in here. BT forward. So BT forward equals find view by our ID. There it is. And then we also set a new on click listener and on forward, and we're passing the view up here. And let's create that method down there. Private void on forward with a view in here. So let's see. I messed something up. Yeah. Here is the create. Good. So now we are good to go. And we also need an other activity. So I'm going to create an other empty views activity, and I'll just leave the name as it is. It's just main activity 2. I think that's fine if we keep it like that. So we finish that one up. We now have our second activity, and in here we just do the same thing. We convert the view to a linear layout, and we're going to apply an orientation of vertical. And in here we just have two things. We have a text view that tells us that we are in activity 2 now, because I think that that's interesting to know where we are later on. So let's just increase the sizes a little bit here. And then I also want that to be aligned somewhere in a center. So that's it. And I'm also going to add a text view with more than one line in there. So let's see, we have a multi-line text, but that's for input. So we're just going to use the text view again. And for that text view, we're getting rid of the text. And what we do is we have to set the lines value to be 50, for example. Okay, that's too much. Let's say 20. That gives that 120 lines. And I think, yeah, that's it. There is no way back in our activity right now, so that's fine. ID text view data. And in the second activity, we have to bring that one in. Private text view data and initialize it down here. Okay, so now we're all set up here. Next thing we want to do is we want to create two classes. And the first class we're going to create is just a student. So we have a student, and for a student, we want to have a first name, we want to have a last name, and I think we're also going for some age. Maybe a data type would have been good here. String name. Okay, that's it. What do we need? We're just setting up a constructor for all the elements, and I also would like to go for all together and set a methods in here. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is, let's say, school class. And what is the content of my school class? Let's say it's just some name, and then we have a list of students. That's what we have in here. When, yeah, we'll just do it in that way. So we are creating a constructor again for everything, and then we also have together and set a methods here. Okay, so what we would like to do is the following. In our on forward in here, let's just make it a little bit bigger. We would like to send somehow a list of, let's say, students to our activity 2. This is what we would like to do. So let's create that list. So we create an array list of students equals, and yeah, let's just say a new array list, and we're just going to add 2 students. So this is students.add new student, and we need a first name, John Doe, and the age is 45. And then we have another student, new student, and now we have Mariah Summer, and she is, let's say, 42. Okay. And the following thing should happen now. I would like to say intent equals new intent. So I want to open main activity 2 or forward to main activity 2. And then I would like to say intent dot put Parcelable ArrayList extra. So there's a special method to do that. We say it's data or data, and we're going to set up students here. And this gives us some error because we do not have a Parcelable implementation for our student. So let's come back to our student and let's implement the parcel label here. So remember, we implementing the method, so describe contents and write to parcel. And as soon as we are done with that, we can just add the implementation, which gives us the protected constructor here, the creator down there, and then the methods already implemented in the correct way. At that point, please make sure if you have any data types up here which are not primitive and not string, you have to handle the serialization and deserialization yourself. So please make sure to do that and do not forget about that. Right now, we're here. So there is no problem in here, and we're just going to start the activity passing the intent, and that's it. Remember, if you only want to open another activity and we do not want to have any action when coming back, we can use start activity. Otherwise, we would have to use the activity result launcher. Great. In main activity, what we would like to do is we're just grabbing the intent. So we want to say intent equals get intent. If our intent is not equal to null and intent dot has extra our data object, what we do is we are grabbing our array list of student data. And what we do here is we want to say, okay, an array list of students, and we have, let's say, list intent dot, and now we can say get Parcelable array list extra. So we are passing, first of all, the name, and then we have to pass the class of the elements in our list. So in our case, it's student. And to see if that worked out, we just go to say dvdata dot set text list dot let's say dot size. So we see what we have on there. Maybe let's just name it a little bit in that way. Okay, so let's start that one up and let's see if it's working and if it's doing what we are expecting here. So there is the program. It's still launching. So there it is. So if I click on the forward button, I'm being forwarded and it says size 2 here. Okay, so this is the first part. You should know how to send array lists, and this is just done by using put parcelable ArrayList extra and get parcelable ArrayList extra. This is exactly how it works, and that's the first important thing that I want to show you today. The second thing is we're going to, let's maybe just get rid of that things here. We're going to create a class now. So we have a school class, and I'm going to create a new school class, and this is the 1B, for example, and we have the students in there. And what happens if I now want to send the school class or a list of school classes? I would have to say intent.putExtra, let's say it's data again, and then I'm going to send the school class. And this once again leads to a problem because once again, it does not have the Parcelable implementation. And here comes the very important point. Whenever sending classes which contain objects of other classes, make sure that you implement Parcelable or Parcelable in all of these classes. So we already have the implementation for student, but we do not have it for the school class. So we're going to implement it, and then we're also going to add the implementation. And let's take a closer look what happened. So it's writing the string name, and then it's writing the typed list students. And also when getting it back, it says in.readString and then create typed ArrayList student.creator. So it's calling the creator of the student class to recreate whatever is in students. And now we are fine to go on here. And I'm just going to call start activity instance, and we are ready to go on. In our main activity too, we have to somehow rearrange what's going on in there because it's not correct anymore. So what do we want to do? Data is the same thing, so we can just say tvdata dot set text, and then we say intent dot get, what is it? Is it get string extra? No, it's get parcelable extra. It's data, and then we say it's school class dot class. This is what we get back, and then I have to call the toString method because I want to do that. I didn't override it yet, so this is what I'm going to do. We're just going down there in our school class, overriding the toString method, and I think I just want to do the following. So I just want to say string output equals, and then I'm going to set the name of the class colon \n, and then let's do for each student in our students list, I would like to say output equals string.format. So we're starting with a \n, the first, or yeah, let's do the last name, the first name dash dh, and maybe also some intent there. So it was it was student.getLastName.to uppercase. So let's format it a little bit. Then it was student.getFirstName, and then it's student.getAge. That's what we're doing here. Maybe let's get rid of that one there because then it's doing it at the beginning. Okay, I think that should do it. And then at the end, we're just returning the output. Let's rerun that one and let's see if it works out in the way we're expecting it. So we're forwarding it, and there we have it. It's 1B, it's John Doe, it's Mariah Summer. Okay, I think I just mixed up last name and first name. Oh, I mixed it when creating the students up there. In main activity once I messed up here. How can we correct that very fast? I think I'm just going to change them there. Going to exchange it here. Then we should be fine. Sorry for that, guys. So now we have it. It's Dojon and Summer Mariah. With the age, it's the class 1B. So this is exactly how it works. Okay, last topic for today, as I promised, is the alert dialog. And the alert dialog can be used to get confirmation for doing something. And I want to get a confirmation for starting the activity down there. And it's very easy to create such an alert dialog because you just have to say new alert dialog, and it has the builder pattern implemented. So we're doing that one here, and at the very end, what we do is just .show, and we have to set a context in here, which is this. So this is the smallest way of doing it. Just new alert dialog.builder, this .show, and let's take a look if this does something. And it does something, but not really something. It's just showing it for maybe a second and then doing whatever is done after it. So we can set different things here. First of all, we're going to set a title, and in the title we can ask a question. For example, forward. And then we can set a message. Do you really want to forward? So that's the question now. And then usually we have two options. So we have a positive and a negative option. So we can say there is a positive button, and then we can say there is a negative button. And we can now define what should be what should be done on a positive and on a negative button click. And the text for the positive button click should be yes. Oh, I was typing it. And the text for the negative one should be no. And after that, we have to define what we want to do. So if you're just setting that to null, this means nothing happens. So whatever I'm clicking, nothing is going to happen. It's just null there. When it comes to, let's just open it up so that we see. So this is how it looks like, and it just did nothing. It just showed up for a very, very short second, and that's it. It did nothing else. Maybe let's just comment out that one up here. Then it should be shown a little bit longer. And we should have the possibility to do something. So forward, there it is. It says forward. Do you really want to forward? And now I can say no, or I can say yes, depending on what I would like to do. Currently, nothing is happening because we have no action for yes and no action for no. When we want to do yes, then we want to go on. And therefore, we can just create a new dialog interface.onClick listener. So it's just an onClick listener in here. We can also do that for the no button. And if we click that one, we want to forward. If we click no, we do not want to forward. So this is actually how it works out here. So when you click the no button, just nothing should happen, and we click the yes button, we want to get forwarded. So if I click the no button, nothing happens. If I click the yes button, I'm being forwarded to the next activity. This is how it works, and you can also create a new one down there. So to do something on no click. So this is actually how easy it is. Just new alert dialog.builder with our context, set a title, set a message, and set action for positive and negative button click, and at the end .show, and that's it. That's a very cool feature, and I think that that really helps a lot. But guys, this is now already the end of the video. I hope that you learned something new today and also enjoyed it. And if you liked that video, please leave a like here. And if you do not want to miss any upcoming episodes, I would be happy if you subscribe my channel. If you have wishes of further topics I should cover in Loibners lecture, just leave me a comment and tell me what you would like to see. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you again. Bye.